Hi Scorpio, thanks for joining me and welcome to Rose Sky Tarot. Now this reading is for the 20th of May and the following 2 weeks. And I'm going to use this deck. Now this card has caught my eye, so I'm going to use that. And it's the Three of Cups in reverse. Now I'm going to use this deck, hold on, for your life reading. And this is going to be about what's going on round about you, your life, friends, family, job, whatever it is that's travelling through your path. And we'll have a look at the rest of the different sections in your life that all intermingle in later readings. Now this last card here is, I'm going to take this card. I was about to say this last card here is making life a little bit difficult, but there we go. Alright, let's see what these cards have to say for you. Alright, let's jump into this life reading for you, Scorpio, and have a look at the cards that have came forward. Now we've got the Three of Cups in reverse, we've got the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Now with the Three of Cups in reverse here, have you been burning the candle at both ends? Because this is a card about going out, partying, spending time with friends, maybe even family, someone who, you feel comfortable with, you have a connection with. You could be very different as people, but when you get together, you just gel. Now it could be that you are going out every night. It could be that maybe you're having one stupendous blowout. It could be a wedding, it could be a party for some other reason. But whatever way this party evolves, it's something that maybe you overindulge in. Maybe something's happened that you've embarrassed yourself with. Maybe it's something that occurred that created an argument. But the reason that this is in the reverse is that there is awkward situations coming away from this. There are moments that you're maybe feeling left out of the group. Is it possible that all of those overindulgences are having an effect on your health? Are you maybe struggling the next day to do what you have to do? And maybe it's something that you're wanting to move away from because you're burning out. Now, the next card you have is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands here, in fact, Wands in particular, is about doing something with action, possibly job related or something that you want to get your teeth into, a project, something that you make progress in and move forward in. Now, has there been something that has came your way, an opportunity for you to try something new, something that you've got no experience in? And it could be that this is something that's, new to you, or it could be that, you are young and it's a new experience, because age doesn't come into this card, and neither does gender. Now, could it be that following on from all of the parties that you've been having, have you been feeling under the weather when transferring through to daytime? Have you maybe felt that there's been a couple of occasions that have been pretty awkward? Have you maybe felt a little bit silly? Have all the eyes been on you? Have you maybe been a little bit embarrassed? And it could be that is a moment where you plan to maybe get a little bit serious about what you're doing. Are you realising that through parties and your peers, that you depend on other people's point of view or other people's impression of you for your own self-worth? Are you feeling that other people need to give you compliments or praise in order for you to feel good in whatever role it is that you're doing? Now, this is an experience that you want to learn more about. It's one where you want to develop the skills that you have. And an opportunity with the Ace of Wands here is coming out of the blue. This is an opportunity that gives you the energy and the inspiration. It gives you the drive and the determination to let people see that even though you do have, only a little bit of experience, a little bit of confidence, that you have what it takes to see this through. You have shown that you can set goals, that you can develop ideas, and that you can plant ideas and imaginations like seeds and watch them grow, and develop them and nurture them until they become a fully fledged idea, rooting branches of their own. Now, have you moved your focus away from being a party person through to taking on new experiences, possibly in a job context, to beginning to thrive and develop your ideas through to a career? Now, this is a fantastic reading because this gives you so much promise and optimism within your reading that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. Alright, let's move on to the next reading and we'll have a chat about love. Alright, let's jump into your love reading now. And I'm going to take these cards as oracle cards, so there won't be any reversals here. And this is going to be what's going on in your love life. Now I'm going to take that card there. And we've got the Empress. Beautiful. I hope you're all having a great couple of weeks. Alright, I'm going to take this card here. And the Nine of Swords. Oh, and that one there. That's is fast reading. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's see what these cards have to say for you and what advice they have to give. Hi Scorpio. Now if you've just joined me for the love reading, then welcome to Rose Sky Tarot. And the cards that have come forward for you here are the Empress, the Nine of Swords, and the Fool. Now, the Empress is a wonderful card to start with because this person oozes sexuality. This is the epitome of womanness. She's voluptuous. She's bubbly. She's flirty. And if she's chosen you as a partner, then you can count on knock your socks off sex. But the thing is that with all of this sexuality comes some expectations, because the Empress has a certain lifestyle that she wants to maintain. There are things that she likes round about her, things that gives her a little bit of luxury, and she enjoys being treated to those things. And to be honest, she expects them, because she's so used to having those little luxuries within her life that has come to be expected. Now, this person is a fantastic host. She'll wine and dine all your friends and family, and enjoys having the means to go anywhere, do anything at any time. She enjoys her freedom. But the thing with the Empress is, though, that fertility is also a large part of who she is. So if you're looking for children, then with all of the sexuality oozing from her and her expectations of a naked and frequent paramour, that is a possibility. Now, let's move on to the Nine of Swords here, because has there been something that's happened either within your life or the life of your relationship that is making you feel a little bit guilty, maybe even a little bit ashamed of the actions that have came forward? Is it a possibility that you're tossing and turning in bed, and not in a good way? As worries and frustrations and fretting became a natural part of your life, and that would diminish the sexuality within you. Now, has there been something that you have felt has not put your best foot forward? That's only something that you can fix. But it may be that it's not as big as you're making it out to be. If it's something that you've done, is it possible to be fixed? But if that seems an impossibility, then maybe it's time to realise that it was a mistake. That moving on and being self-compassionate is the way forward. Now, the Fool card to end with has the feeling of guilt, shame, or fretfulness and worry happened because you've jumped in with both feet to a situation that maybe you haven't thought about what the consequences would be. Have you been lured in by someone's innocence? Maybe someone's eccentric view. Maybe someone has an immaturity or a need to be rescued. And it could also be that This is an ongoing sexual moment that you just can't resist. But whatever way the Fool card relates to your life, it's one where you're carrying the majority of the workload, the guilt, the worry. Do you feel that everything that's happened has been your fault? But the thing is that what has happened is a game for two. And maybe with all of these red flags and worries that you are feeling, is it maybe a time to step back, give the other person time to think about what they want and the option to step forward and take some of the pressure and the strain and the lifting from your relationship? Now, the Nine of Swords here is also sending you a message that wearing your heart on your sleeve, being seduced and enticed by the sexual chemistry and the worries that have resulted from your actions, that this is a course that's not set out in stone. This is something that's changeable. Now, the overall result may not vary that much, but your part in it can. This is a time to look at your actions and what or who is pulling you in, and the consequences of wearing your heart on a sleeve. Alright, now please take care and let's move on to the next section. Alright, let's jump back in again, and this time the reading is going to be for your path. What plans have you made for maybe over the next 5 years? Lots of people make plans that they want to accomplish, and I'm going to take this one as well. And this is something that can be pretty fluid, because life changes, things move in and out, and what you had planned to do a month ago may not be relevant now. Alright, let's jump in and have a look at the messages that have came forward for you within these cards. Now we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Three of Wands, and we have the Fool card here. Now the Eight of Wands here is telling me that you're feeling free. Has something ended recently that you're feeling that you have a new enthusiasm and feeling inspired about what's to come? Do you feel that you can now move on to whatever your destination is with speed because you're leaving something behind? And this has been something that you've wanted because you've been looking forward to it, you've been planning for it, because you have something in your mind that you want to accomplish. You've figured out how to get there, and you have it all set out before you. This is the moment where you put all of your energy into moving forward, to living life to the full. And you're feeling free to take on whatever task or project it is that you've set your heart on. Yes, and that's the important part, that you live life with goals, that you take on a variety of different projects that stimulate your intellect and your artistic creativity. But it's also about following your heart, no matter what. Let's move on to the next card here, and we've got the Three of Wands. Now, this is your preparation time. This is when you gather your strength, you develop your abilities, and you gather your tools. You put your courage on as a cape and face those challenges that come before you. And it's only those that are not prepared for what comes are the ones that may not make it through the challenges and battles ahead. Continue to grow, learn, and move into new fields and areas of life that make you inquisitive. Be brave, ambitious, and bold. And that will get you through all of the challenges and difficulties that come before you. The next card we have is the Fool card here. Now, the Fool card here is telling me that this is the time for a fresh start, new beginnings. Look at every day as an adventure. It's time to begin to set your daily, weekly, monthly and yearly goals. Take advantage of any opportunities that come your way, and trust that the universe will provide you with what you need at the right moment. Now, the future is yet unwritten, so choose your path wisely. And be realistic about what your options can bring. Believe in yourself, and you can accomplish anything. Now, this is a fantastic reading because you're feeling that you've been set free from something. So maybe you've accomplished something that you had already set as a goal. And now you're feeling that you can move swiftly on to the next one. You're gathering your skills, your courage, your boldness, and you're moving forward into the new day with plans to accomplish. Take each day as an adventure and follow your goals each step along the way, and you will achieve your long-term plan. Alright, let's move on to the last section, and this is all about you. Hi Scorpio. Alright, this is the last section here, and this is for yourself. It's about advice from these oracle cards about which part of yourself could use the most guidance. Alright, let's take this out. And it's about unleashing your creativity. Let's have a look at what this card is about. Alright, this is a fantastic card to finish on because this is all about you, what's inside you, what your creative tendencies are asking you to do. Now, what's in your tool bag? What abilities have you placed there? What skills and talents do you have? What inspirational ideas have you got in the mix of your mind? And where is your imagination taking you? Your tool bag is overflowing, and it's time to take a look at it. Now, what is it that you like to do? What inspires you? Cooking, gardening, singing. There are so many things that are a part of us each day that we enjoy. But this is about taking it to a different level. This is about putting that idea, skill or talent on the table, and put a pin in all of your doubts and all of the hindrances that you can see coming out of the woodwork. And just say to yourself, without any of those things, what if? What if we tried baking something in this way? What effects would we have? And that is what this card is asking you to look at. Is to be innovative, to be creative, and try your ideas. Maybe you have to go to a course to open up your abilities, meet new people. There could be new friends out there, new contacts. But this is also about giving yourself time for you. Everyone lives busy lives these days. Jobs, travelling, family. You know, you may have a young family of your own, and fitting everything in can be extremely difficult. But this is something that you need to do for you. You're important. Don't stifle your creativity. Give it the opportunity to fly. Give yourself permission to give yourself time and love. Who knows where your inventiveness may lead? Alright, Scorpio, now you have a fantastic couple of weeks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.